Okay, it's 2013 Super Duty intermittent backup camera problem. Let's see if we can get it to do what it does. Beeping, black screen. Oh, there it came in. Of course, there's no lines. And it went out again. And it's back on. Oh, the lines came back. It's super intermittent. It's really a pain because it only doesn't work the very few times that I actually need it to work. So I got one of those cheap Amazon cameras. We're going to see if we can replace it and see what happens. Back to neutral. Let's see. The zoom sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Yeah, so right now the zoom works. I was told, that's weird, look, the zoom worked, but it made the arrow up here. That's kind of interesting. I was told that see, now the arrow's back where it's supposed to be. That's interesting. I was told some of the Amazon cameras don't actually have the zoom capability. But we'll see what happens. All right, I'll show you how I change it here in a minute, and then I'll show you whether it fixed it or not. Supposedly, there's a connector right up in there, somewhere above the brake pedal, the emergency brake or parking brake. That can be problematic, and you should check that first, I guess. I already bought the camera, so we'll see what happens. But that'd be my next step after this. Also, on the rear tailgate, this wire comes down, and there's a connection down in there somewhere that they say can also be problematic, and you should check first. But we'll see what happens. Now the backup camera is hidden right up in there, and they say the first thing is to get this outer emblem off, but it's one-time use, so once you pry it off, it breaks the clips, and you have to buy a new one or silicone it back on. But these are actually pretty cheap. So, interesting enough, it looks like mine's already been siliconed on. So somebody's been in here before, most likely. That's interesting. Yeah, definitely silicone. Somebody's definitely did a part at some point, which makes me wonder, is changing this camera gonna fix that problem? I've got two very long 7 millis, one right there, right there. Take those two 7mm screws out. That pops off, and right there is our camera. It looks like it's got a couple, 2 or 3 Torx bits in there, and then it comes out. See, it looks like we squeeze this little part right here, and then pull it apart. Let me lay it down. Yep. Just squeeze it right there, and it pops right out. Then we'll take these screws out and change our camera. Okay, we'll see what happens. All right, I took one screw out, and it's got this little thing here. It kind of hooks in, hinges down, and then that screw lets it hinge up. There's the camera. You pop out. Got a couple little clips. I'm gonna have to get it out there. Okay, there's the old switch, and I think that number says it's a Ford. I think so. That's probably a factory, either the factory camera or somebody's replaced it with a factory camera. There's the cheap Amazon Chinese-onion one. It snapped right back down in there, so I'm gonna put that strap back across it and then reverse the progress and see what happens. Okay, I only ran one bolt in snug. I left the other one out. I'm gonna go inside and see what it looks like in case I have to make some adjustments. There's not a whole lot of slop there, but you might be able to move it up and down, left and right, just a little bit. So we'll see what it looks like inside. Back inside, let's see what it looks like. Oh my God, that is blurry. That's awful. Does it zoom in? does not zoom in. The lines are straight. Let me go see if I clean the lens. But oh my God, that looks awful. I mean, at least it's on. But if I can't make it any better, then I'm gonna send it back and I'm gonna buy the Ford replacement part, which is like $300, I've been told. I do notice the lines came on right away. So that's a plus, but that picture is just awful. Let's see if we can go back and clean the lens. Okay, I cleaned the lens. Now let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Picture's not bad. This is interesting. When I turned the wheel, the lines turned. It didn't used to do that. So that is interesting. The lines are slightly off. I mean, look at the hitch, it's off by a little bit, but honestly, that's not that bad. Hang on, let me turn this backup thing off. There. So you guys can hear me, sorry about that. So the lines are off just a touch, which I don't know, I may be able to slide the emblem one way or the other to make it a little better. So they turn now. It never did that before. The picture's not bad now that I clean the lens. I don't like that it doesn't zoom. That's not the end of the world, but I did really like the zoom when I was doing my trailer. Particularly in certain lighting conditions, it made it a lot better to see. But, you know, this was taxes, delivery, and all $40 compared to $300-ish from Ford. So for now, I think I'll call it a win. I probably will eventually go ahead and get the Ford version if the zoom problem bothers me, but we'll see how that works. But as of right now, it looks good. Now we just have to wait a few days and see. Since it was an intermittent problem, I really don't know if I fixed it or not. Who knows, tomorrow it may go back to doing what it's doing, but so far it looks better. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe. If you have any comments, I'll do my best to answer them. Or if there's anything you want to see, particularly about the Super Duty, I'll be doing a lot of videos on this one. I just got this truck, and it needs lots of little things, not anything big, just little things like this. All right, see you guys in the next one. Thanks.